Many of us are uncomfortable unless we're in our hoods, and we're uncomfortable unless we're doing time. Matter of fact, the perp walk has become sort of like the Soul Train line. It's like music's playing when we got the cuffs and the shackles on, and we start to just go through the courtrooms, and there's no shame, there's no bound. At one time, a dude would put his head down when he was like a little ashamed of the fact that I'm cuffed. But even when I was coming up now, I used to come through with that look like, that's right, I'm going through this. And since that's become so attractive that it's almost common now for us to take these sentences and say it's all right.
I made poor decisions in the year of 2003, which led to my incarceration from September 03 to September 04.
No, I don't think this guy I met at that time had any idea what he could become. And where he used to wear his tie and where he used to come, where he used to jam his hands in his pocket was typical of how some young people posture. And I knew that that's all he was doing, was trying to find out how he could wear this new uniform, was what we call the suit and tie, and be comfortable in it. He was ambivalent. He didn't give you D or daring. He kind of gave me this sense that somebody who was thinking of making a decision but hadn't fully made this decision. All he did was change his product from the issues that he was going through. Sure, the Corey hit him in the head, but even before the Corey got there, Darren was thinking about how he was going to do some things, and he had been successful in doing those. He just walked away from that stuff. My relationship with him at that point became something that I didn't even know was going to develop into a mentorship. I thought at the time this was just a young man developing his ability, and I was committed to trying to help him do that. Reentry. I mean, is it real for many of us? For me, reentry began the moment I was incarcerated. The moment I went into a prison, I realized I needed to start thinking about how I was going to be able to take advantage of that time. Any true hustler who's looking at life is not going to be doing anything other than saying, how can I prepare for when I'm released? Anything short of that is backwards hustling. If you're going to go into this thinking, man, I'm just going to fall back and wait until 4 or 5 years, 6 months, 18 months, 10 years is over, and then get out and go looking for an opportunity thinking that they're going to give me a job. And that's what reentry is for most people, and that's what makes it difficult, is they expect somebody to give them something when they come out. For these new group of people who's coming out of prison, there is no hope or no future for anyone who chooses crime as a lifestyle, as an end-all. It just doesn't work. Criminality is an addiction in itself. You get 168 hours a week. You have an opportunity to change your life. You either get a 9 to 5 or they're going to give you another 5 to 9. You can either decide to wear handcuffs for the rest of your life, or you can start thinking about wearing French cuffs and cuff links. This is what I tell people also. If you don't have a plan for your life, they do have one for you. That's just like in the Bureau of Prisons. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, then guess what? If your ship doesn't have a rudder and you don't have a direction of where you want to go, then anywhere you go will work for you. You have to have a vision and be around people, places, and things that support that and encourage that. You need to be writing letters, not to people asking them to send you money, but to ask them to send you books that will encourage you. If you have loved ones that are incarcerated, stop sending them things that are not going to support their ability, because you'll continue to do so when they come home. It's a huge challenge. Facilitate the healing and the benefit of changing people's lives by the development of their mental state, because the position in the mind is important. You have to have critical connection with a person's ability to want to change their life, and then show them that you'll be supportive of that. Just don't create an option, a virtual bridge, and then when they step on it, it collapses. You have to be sincere in your efforts when you offer people true opportunity to come out of these systems and say, here's a real chance for you. Sure, Corey's going to hit you in the head, but Corey means challenge, opportunity. With repetition and initiative, you can overcome anything. Don't let Corey become some ghost or some vision that this is what prevents you. Corey is no different than the dude that hangs on the block whose name is Corey. You may have to get by him like some bully, but find another path, find another way to get around it. There are people that are out there willing to help you. A closed mouth didn't get fed in prison, it won't get fed out here.
Through the source of just, being obtaining as much information as possible since I've started this journey, I feel personally played. That's what I tell the youth out there now. I say, when you find out that this system is systematically set up for people from the communities of color to fail. If you look at the criminal justice system, they're not experiencing a recession right now. They're actually, getting overtime. And I'm talking about from the courts to the police officers, to the clerks, to the clerk magistrates, to the public defenders. When you look at the whole system of the criminal justice system, they're getting a check off of your behaviors and activities. So for me, what I try to tell the youth of today is how much money is on the table that you're risking your freedom, your life, your whole essence, and you're not getting $1 from that. Those are the services, those are the programs, those are the activities you should be involved in. They're not going to give you the information like Willie Lynch. I had to find out Willie Lynch through a movie, and it was a movie about violence. But when I looked at it from this new way of looking at things, I said, wow, what is this Willie Lynch letter? And I see it's divide and conquer. I see how it's light skin versus dark skin. I see all that envy, jealousy now, and I'm saying, wow, I was a part of that. I can own that now and say, it's no longer a part of me, but at least I experienced, like Kevin explained, those experiences help me now to feel like I'm that tangible example. Even though I'm 27, I know I look like I'm much younger than that. So when they see me coming daily through with a suit and a shirt and a tie, they say, that's that guy that was in a cell 5 years ago. That's that guy that was on a block 3 years ago. Now that's the guy up in City Hall trying to fight for me. He's coming to court for me. And at one time, when I seen him in a suit, I said, are you coming from court? So that type of ability to do that, anyone can gain. When I look at my Corey from 6 years ago and I see assault with intent to murder, gun possession charges, drug trafficking, assault by means of a dangerous weapon, I look at that all acquired in 1 year of making poor decisions and how they stacked the deck against me. And I said, no, I'm going to stack the deck against you by getting that population of people to wake up and to be a part of this movement, because if they're a part of this movement, it's a powerful change. I see the trickle-down effect. I was that trickle-down effect. And if I can help people get above that, to see that, you know what, it's my life. I might not get another one. So let me take advantage of this one that I have right now by leaving a legacy worth remembering me by. And that's the youth, that's what the message the youth need to see. You're not just made to be a makeshift memorial. You're bigger than that. The world is bigger than that. You need to get out of your comfort zone and see that world, because it's actually, it's a wonderful experience.
I tell all of the people that I've met in my life that the reason that I think my life has become successful is because I asked for help. And I don't think that I understood how important asking for help was at any point in my life. And I think that young people struggling with asking someone for something is based in pride and based in reality that many people they've asked in the past have said they would help and then didn't. I think there's been a loss of confidence as a result of that, and many won't ask again. So I say to young people, please give yourself one more chance and give others a chance to say yes. There are people out here who will follow through on what we say. If I say I'm going to be there to help you, I'm going to be there. And if you call me, I'm going to respond. And that's how we develop relationships. And everybody that I know, and Darren knows, and you know, become part of your network. And networking is how you develop your ability to be able to overcome obstacles so that you can get somebody on the other side to catch this rope that you're throwing. And then once you get over, you can send a boat back and then pull more of the people over. If you're going to be a true impact player on your block, you're going to need to impact in the most positive way in this 21st century and make the kinds of decisions that's going to allow the group that you're associated with now to truly move into the 21st century and not become 21st century statistics. So if you're tired of backwards hustling and you really want to make a change in your life, then you need to make contact with people who have made that change. Forget those faking the move. Stop some of the noise and distractions that's going on around you long enough for you to hear the inner voice, because the inner voice is trying to lead you in the direction you want to go. And when that voice says move, move, trust it. Because if you won't trust me, trust yourself.